Good morning again. I like to postulate a next thing, and that is a conservation law. It's maybe a new conservation law, and that is the conservation law of space, time, energy, and mass. And we know that energy is conserved. No new energy can be created or destroyed unless God makes it so. I mean, I believe in God, Hashem, Yeshua, Jesus. And so he can do it because he's outside of space-time and the whole thing. But next to that, within the physics laws of physics, where we are bound by, energy is conserved. And we know that, and this is a law for many times, or many years in physics and in chemistry and wherever. And but I like to postulate a new law of conservation, a law of conservation of space, time, matter, and energy. These four. And I'll explain to you why this is so. If I have an object, it doesn't matter what kind of object, but then and I take that and I input some energy in the form of adding speed to it. So I accelerate an object, whether it's a particle, whether it's a bicycle or a car or whatever, it doesn't matter. And then that object gains speed, but also it gains mass because I'm adding energy, and energy is mass, so it gains mass as well. So it costs me more and more effort to push it forward, and that's why it never can reach the speed of light. On the other hand, some other things are happening. In the first place, from the point of view of a still standing observer, the time spent, of the time passing on that object, is slower. Next to that, also, what you see is, we call that the time and speed relative, special relative time dilatation. But also, the object seems to shrink. For its own observers, it doesn't, but for a still standing observer, the object shrinks. So also space, the space dimension, that's called the Lorentz contraction, or Lorentz, what is it, the Lorentz, well, the Lorentz stuff. I forgot the exact word. It was something that got to do with a Lorentz thing, Lorentz contraction or something like that. Well, the thing is, so what you see is that you put in energy at the cost of its time spent and its dimension. So space-time is shortened, both. That means, but the energy and the mass are increased. So that means that apparently, and the overall factor in this is the gamma factor, 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus v squared divided by c squared, the speed of light squared. That's the gamma factor that rules this process. So to me it seems that space-time, energy and matter are ruled by a conservation law. It is conserved. One goes at the cost of the other. And apparently the same goes also for gravity. So time and space are interchangeable with, apparently, with energy and matter. And so, which may indicate that space and time are a form of energy and matter. And we see that also in the quantum fluctuations, the quantum foam, that space-time, it fluctuates, but it's once in a while it pops out a virtual particle. So space-time may actually be a form of energy and matter, and which we also see in the virtual particles, and which we also can see in the Casimir effect. It's measurable. People have to, if they make electronic components, they have to take this Casimir effect into account. So it's real. That indicates that there is a conservation law over time, over space, energy, and matter. These four are related to each other. That means that they are interchangeable, and that also means that space-time is a form of energy. This is what I want to state, a new conservation law. And, well, this is basically it. Is there something? Yeah, also the speed of light, of course, plays a role in this. The whole thing is limited by the speed of light. You cannot go faster than the speed of light. Any matter or form of energy cannot go faster than the speed of light. So there is a link between all these things. Well, basically this is what I want to share. Thanks for watching, and I hope you understand. If you have questions, you can email me via this website, via this YouTube site of mine. And well, there seems to be also be a link, of course, to gravity, because gravity has the same effect on space and time as speed has. So there's also something with gravity. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hasta la basta. I have to stop here. 1 moment.